What's up, everybody? This is Brian at GameSense. Today we're going to be watching the Crimson Desert feature overview part number 2. This is about the combat and the progression. This is probably the most important video because let's face it, if the combat ain't good, no one's really going to play it. So, let's start watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Crimson Desert Features overview video. Last time we took a closer look at Pywell, its characters, the stories within, and open world exploration. Today, we'll be shifting our attention to another important aspect of the game, combat and progression. Combat in Crimson Desert is visceral, and the battlefield is yours to shape. You will grow your arsenal of skills, weapons, and equipment, and it'll be up to you how you use them. Whether it's an aggressive offense, precisely timed defense, or even using your mount and the environment to your advantage. Combat in Pywell is full of possibility. Wield a wide array of weapons from sword and shield, spears, great swords, axes, and various ranged weapons. Each weapon has its own advantages, so switch back and forth to the ones that best fit your style and the situation you're in.
I'll give you a skull for a trophy.
Powerful weapon skills can be paired with hard-hitting, bare-handed hits and kicks, as well as a wide range of grapples to create seamless chains of attacks. Elemental enhancements further expand your options by empowering key abilities, allowing you to burn, freeze, and stun enemies. So combine weapons and chain skills the way you want and forge your own approach to combat. Your mobility and timing are also a big factor in combat. Slides, dodges, counters, and swings flow directly into attacks, keeping you mobile and
This gameplay, it's a very Witcher 3-ish, but it's almost got like Elden Ring or some other kind of game, like the spinning kicks and then he keeps twirling and then the sword keeps going. It's like Witcher 3 had a little bit of where the sword could like spin around you and stuff, but that's almost like Elden Ring-ish, like almost like a spell or something. Or is that something similar to Dark Souls 3? I've seen that kind of combat before, but I can't put my hand on it. But that looks wicked. The mech, that's gonna be pretty fun. I know we saw the mech in the first video. I'm really hoping it's not too overpowered, but overpowered enough to where you can just like break enough stuff. Kind of, I don't know if you gotta drive it there or if you could call it. Either way, though, that's gonna be pretty badass. Let's see what else they got.
relentless. Well-timed guards and dodges open up enemies for a counter, letting you strike back and keeping up the pressure.
Sekiro kind of reminds me a little bit of Sekiro, maybe. Maybe that's the game I'm thinking about. Because there's some weapons sort of later in the game that have like special attacks and stuff. You know what it reminds me of? God of War 3, when you get all of the different versions of blades. Like you get the Hades blade, and then you get the green blade, and like there's an attack. I think it's a magic attack though. Like he like powers up and gets like in raids and stuff, and then like blades and stuff go everywhere. So it's very kind of like witchery, but they added like a God of War element, like a God of War 3 element to it. That's pretty neat.
The result is combat that feels grounded, yet explosive and endlessly expressive. Of course, the skills you've just seen won't all be available from the start. If you've seen some of our previous gameplay videos, Cliff is usually shown at a much greater height of his power, wielding a wide range of devastating skills. But when you awaken in the aftermath of the Black Bear's assault at the start of your journey, you start from scratch with a more limited set of abilities and equipment. A core part of your journey in Pywell is the transformation from a survivor into a truly formidable Greymane, and you decide how that progression takes place. As we mentioned in our previous features video, you will acquire artifacts, fragments of the abyss that have fallen to the world below through quests, combat, and exploration. They lie at the end of many trials in the possession of powerful bosses and hidden across Pywell, including up in the abyss. Acquiring these artifacts will be crucial to your progression, as they enable you to increase core stats like health and stamina, unlock new skills for more skill chaining potential, and enhance existing ones, thereby increasing your combat and exploration capabilities. Some skills and upgrades cannot be obtained through artifacts alone and must be observed firsthand out in the world. You may be the type to want to upgrade your stamina quickly to run and glide around the world longer to explore. Or you may want to unlock and upgrade all the diverse grappling skills to continuously slam enemies into the ground. Decide which skills you want to combine and unleash during combat, and choose the direction of your progression by considering your playstyle. While learning and mastering your skills is important to winning battles, the equipment you bring to the battlefield can be just as crucial. As you travel across Pywell, you can buy, find, and craft the gear that gives you the edge in combat.
The mighty blade tests the heart of its master.
Your equipment can be upgraded for higher stats. Materials for upgrading your weapons, armor, and equipment can be found in a wide range of ways. Through mining and hunting, defeating powerful bosses, through quests, and by uncovering them in hidden locations. You will also be able to customize equipment with extra stats and special effects. Mix and match these across your weapons and armor, and experiment to discover what combinations work best for you in the battlefield and out in the world. All of that preparation leads to your greatest tests. Across the continent of Pywell, fearsome bosses rule, waiting for your challenge. They come in many forms: human and beast, steel and sorcery, brute force and mystery. They'll test your limits in different ways. At the end of these hard-fought encounters, special rewards await. Some equipment earned from bosses can even grant access to their signature abilities, or grant unique effects and bonuses. So build on the strength you gain through each victory. Take down these threats of Pywell and prove yourself a true Greymane. That brings us to the end of this features overview video. We hope you look forward to Crimson Desert's combat and your progression journey as you explore and fight across Pywell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next and final features overview video.
Nice little, almost like you get there. That's actually pretty cool looking. Got Karo's plate set. Excluded horse tag set. A Balkan shield. That's for the deluxe, and then PS5 exclusive. Yes, this. Bertabinet plate set, and the college shield is an exclusive pre-order bonus. This actually all look pretty cool. Granted, you'll probably out level them around level like 5 or 10, but I mean, hey, gotta admit, man, the combat is definitely has some Elden Ring in it, like where he held the sword out to the right and then did all them spinning attacks. That's actually a move very similar to one that stance that I use in Elden Ring. I saw like a whirlwind type thing. That's in like The Witcher 3. You're gonna be able to use boss weapons, and when you get to like abilities and stuff, you can actually start using them. I mean, how many times have we got a boss weapon and actually went to go use it, and it's like he's like big and ferocious and like shoots fireballs everywhere, and then when you get it, it's like a poof. You're like, this ain't what you used against me. This actually looks like they're kind of keeping like he spawned a big like type boss guy that was like 3 times his size to do like some kind of spin kick and then slam the ground. And you gotta, man, there are parts of this game that are just absolutely beautiful. Like the character models look great. The grass, the snow.
Empowering key abilities, allowing you to burn, free.
Then the ability to use elemental attacks. Like that's pretty awesome. Just the game looks great. Man, look at this. This is like The Witcher 3 on steroids. And Witcher 3 was like made for PS5. And it's sad that a game from 10 years ago still looks better than a lot of games. And this right here, like this was great. Like, she's flying to like different areas, and she hovered, and now she's like flying fast to go to try and land on, I guess, one of these mountains. Man, the detail in like the little trees and stuff and the rocks just looks great. The combat actually looks, if they mixed like Witcher with Elden Ring, that's gonna be cool. And then the part right here to where you find like, seems like everything in the world is gonna be, in terms of like upgrade materials and stuff, it's gonna be static. It's gonna be always in that set location. So if the world is like completely open at the beginning, you might be able to get overpowered very quickly. Like in the first 2 hours, just like, hey, travel to this location and see if you can get a horse, kind of like Skyrim, to travel you to this location. Then run here, collect this, run here, collect this, run here, go to here, collect this. Like, you could probably become OP a little bit because you might be able to put a few more points in the health or stamina, but also the ability to just, if stuff is static and it's always in the same spot, that could create for like really cool loops, because then the first time you play it, you might just be playing it for fun, and then anytime you struggle, like, oh hey, I've already unlocked half the map. Go find some of them, I guess, OP skills or skill points or whatever they are. Start upgrading your character, like level yourself up fast. And then these bosses, man, they look wicked.
Challenge. They come in many forms: human and beast, steel and sorcery.
I mean, that pterodactyl is a boss fight, man. Look at this. It's like an electric dragon snake. With, I guess, little robots or something flying around. But this looks very interesting.
Take down these threats of Pywell and prove yourself a true Greymane. That brings us to the end of this features overview video. So build on the strength you gain through each victory. Take down these threats of Pywell and prove yourself a true Greymane.
It's also got a little bit of I guess God of War with the spear. Where he can like do his little poke thing with the spear and hit multiple enemies at a time. So that's, if they make this game fun and fluid and then spend too much time on graphics and just kind of let the engine do the graphics part, as long as the gameplay is fun, this could be an easy Game of the Year nominee. Because the game looks phenomenal. If the story's even decent or good, that's going to be a plus. But if the combat really is like a combination of like the new God of War 3, in terms of some of the special attacks, Matter of fact, the summoning the boss to do that like slam down attack, I think that was in a God of War. Like you do some like square, 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 triangle, triangle, R1, 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 triangle or something like heavy attack, and then you just kind of like summon a boss out of nowhere for like one attack or something. I think that was in like an old God of War. So this has like some characteristics of like the new God of War 3, but almost built like in the Witcher 3 type graphics type world, with the way you see how the characters dress and the way he dresses. But man, if they spent the majority of their time making sure the gameplay loop is fun, man, this is, especially the killing. Maybe they add some like decapitations later, which is what The Witcher did. They added like executions, decapitations, and then they like tripled their percentage of how often it happens. Like I think after like year 1 or year 2, they did that. So then you're cutting little Mallards and stuff in half like every so often. It used to be like very rare, and then it happened very often. And you're like, dude, that is awesome. They should do this from the start. If they patch this game and just add in stuff after the fact, and the gameplay loop is fun, this might be the game of the year. Especially considering there's a lot of great games that are going to come out this year, but I think this is going to be the front runner for a while. Unless GTA 6 actually does release this year, which many people don't actually think that's going to happen. It's probably going to get delayed to like March or April or something. But yeah, this is Brian at GameSense. This has been a quite entertaining video. I liked what I saw from Crimson Desert. I'm just really, really praying that the gameplay loop is fun and doesn't get tedious, doesn't get stale. Because if it don't, this might be the game you put as many hours in as you did The Witcher and as you did Skyrim, because there are people who have thousands of hours and stuff on The Witcher and Skyrim. But anyway, this is Brian at GameSense. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be doing the next video and having it posted sometime next week. I'll probably have this one set for Monday, and then I'll have the other one set for probably Thursday. Unfortunately, as a new YouTuber, if I don't give the YouTube AI like several days to go through and like, I guess, assess my video and like, I guess, go through word for word, it doesn't push it to anybody. Like, I have one video at like 1,900, almost 2,000 views. I have my Battlefield 6 video is at like 400 views or something, but all the rest of mine are at like 20 to 50. So, and it's very weird. I'm still learning all this new stuff, but it seems like if I don't give it like the proper time to, I guess, dissect the video. So that's why these videos aren't releasing the day that they're showing up on PlayStation, because a lot of times I'm having to give the YouTube algorithm like 2 or 3 days to read it, then schedule it to make sure it actually pushes it to hopefully try and get more views than like the 20 or 50 that a lot of mine get. Because it's weird, they pushed one of them kind of hard, and that was the Invincible boss in Borderlands 4, and that one's like 1,900 views, and They pushed the Battlefield 6 cheating one to like 300-400 views, which for me, if I could at least consistently get 300-400, that'd be great, and I would love to get 2,000 because my main channel, because of the age of it, I get like 3,000, 4,000. But the email was old, the account was old, so YouTube's more likely to push it. New YouTubers like myself, they have to see you post often, post consistently, do it for a while before they actually consistently push your videos, like every single one. And until, let's say, I get 100 subscribers or something, they might not do it. But you never know. Sometimes it just takes one video. I've seen some people do like a Battlefield. This one guy I watched, he did a 3-part series on Battlefield 6 and the issues that it has or something, and what they can do to fix it. Like a month later, he had like 2,000 subscribers. So I guess it's just a matter of time. It's very hidden, but I think his account was old, so that probably helped. And unfortunately, this email address and this YouTube channel are both new. I didn't set this up a few years ago, which I probably should have. Then I probably had 10x the amount of views. Sorry for rambling a little bit, but I just kind of wanted y'all to know why these don't come out the day the video comes out. It would be nice, but it's basically I have to give the YouTube AI time to read it and decide if it's going to push my video or not. But anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all have any comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them. Don't mind replying to them. I try to reply to at least most of them, if not all of them. And everybody, hope y'all have a good weekend. Or hope you have had a good weekend, since I'll probably be, even though I'm doing this before the weekend, probably won't post till Monday. But hope y'all had a nice weekend, and I hope you have a good week. Y'all take it easy.